Let me tell you about my journey to this book, The Secret Law of Blessing. When I came back after doing my 3-year course in the National School of Drama, the first assignment as a writer that I got in Mumbai was Rajni. Rajni was supposed to be a comedy. But as I started writing Rajni, I discovered a lot of anger in the middle class consumer. I thought that the consumer thought that he or she was being taken for a ride by the MNCs and, or whether it was the MTNL. Our phones used to be dead most of the time during the rains, but we still had to pay the bill. So I felt that this anger should be voiced by one character, and that is how the angry image of Rajni was born. After the success of Rajni, I was obviously offered a lot of other projects, but one project that I chose was that of Shekhar Kapoor. Shekhar was the first person to sign me as a writer for a movie. He signed me for a film called Dushmani, which was a very violent love story, but a very intense love story. So on the one hand, I was writing Dushmani, and on the other hand, I was writing some serials. One of them, Kisse Miyan Biwi Ke, in which Priya and me, we played, a lawyer couple come marriage counselors. We keep counseling couples who are going through a problem in their marriage. So there was a lot on my hand those days. During this phase, I wrote a film named Trimurti. It was a multi-starrer with Shah Rukh, Anil Kapoor and Jackie Shroff. And at the same time, in this phase, I gave 4 back-to-back hits with Ajay Devgan. Dilwale, Dil Jale, Deewane and Qayamat. I was the writer of all these 4 films. And somewhere during this period, I turned producer and director with Tehqiqat, the detective serial. The first episode was directed by Shekhar Kapoor, since I wasn't a director as yet. Then he went away to do the background score for Bandit Queen, his film. So I was left without a director, and here I was the writer and producer of the series. So I turned to Vijay Anand ji, who was my main actor, along with Saurabh Shukla, playing the main detective, Sam De Silva, in the show. And I said, "Sir, what do we do now? You please take over." He said, "No, writers make good directors." And he told me that you turn into a director. And Tehqiqat was a roaring, raging hit. So that's how I turned director. Not because I wanted to, but because I had no choice. Then I made movies, and Girlfriend was one of the most controversial films. I don't regret making it because it was the reality I saw on the streets that I put on screen. At the same time, I was writing and directing Umar, which was about old people, NRIs, who are helpless and dependent on their family in the UK. I was doing Bhatti on Chutti, which was a comedy. Once again, we shot it in UK. It was a mad comedy. And Mr. Bachchan was kind enough to give a special appearance in the movie. During this phase, from 2004 onwards, I started chanting. I started following Buddhism. I was studying Buddhism. I was chanting for 1 hour a day, morning and evening. And somewhere I think something within me grew. And I started writing spiritual stuff at random. And then I suddenly discovered the secret law of blessing. It's a universal law. It is present within us. It is present in the universe. It just connects every human being on this planet. When you bless someone who's been good to you, or when someone else blesses you, you get immense power, and the law of blessing starts working in your favor in your life. So this is how I discovered this law, and I thought that I should write a book. And that's how the secret law of blessing came into being. And I really, really hope that it makes a difference to people who read it.